I think we can all learn a little something something from Lady Gaga, who's terrible looking, but rocks with so much confidence she's absolutely and delightfully sexy. Proving that sexiness is a lot more than how God said on your face. I mean, look at me, who's clearly fantastic. I can't even get through that joke with a straight face, so I'll move on. I've been thinking it over, and since I'm just doing these podcasts for my friends, the whole DJW no name thing is absolutely ridiculous, doesn't make any sense. So from now on, I'll be going by Bobby Noname, aka Coconut Milk. That's right, Bobby Noname, aka Coconut Milk. You can call me whatever, but if I'm in a new situation, nice to meet you, Stu. They call me Coconut Milk. And over there, of course, our co pilot Jesus, who thinks that you're terrific looking. Welcome to Lo-Fi Quasi-Visual Podcast number 5. Just like the new Trojan vibrations, we got 5 speeds, 3 pulse patterns, 4 unique twistable positions. I think it's fair to say this podcast is pure lady part magic. In Rhode Island this week, we got ourselves a brand new teenage sexting law, which I don't really understand other than there goes my weekend. Also this week, I was asked the question, how do I live with the guilt of being a total failure? And the answer is simple. I just keep telling myself how awesome I am. I'm convinced that these are not unemployment checks, but rather my hero Dave has me on a development deal retainer, and the state of Washington is simply a subsidiary of Letterman's company Worldwide Pants. Instead of worrying about what I can't buy for my kids, like trips to Disneyland or shoes, I concentrate on the really cool things I can get them, like imaginary trips to the moon or walks. And yes, it has been a struggle at times blowing this whole thing up and starting over, I admit that. But I know in my heart building this thing back up is going to be the most fun and gratifying thing I've ever done. It may take 40 years, so I better enjoy it. And yeah, blowing the whole thing up and starting over is hard. It's been hard, but I'm healthy for the first time in my adult life, and it seems I'm ready to rock and roll. Thank you very much for being along for the ride. It means the world to me. It really does. Have you ever been over to pick up a seemingly normal-sized baby and they somehow magically make themselves twice as heavy as they should be? You ever wonder if maybe gravity can be manipulated in ways we don't understand, and that's what makes the baby so heavy? Maybe that's why some people can jump so high, or bumblebees can hover, or even if that's how they actually built the pyramids, or Superman, or magic flying unicorn cows, or even gas prices. It's all some baby gravity trick. Which reminds me, you know what I love about babies? They're almost like little humans. Which reminds me, you know what I love about Italians? They're like humans, only different. And since I'm gay, I do love me some Jersey-licious. Which reminds me, you know what I love about celebrities? They're like humans, only I'm pretty sure they're imaginary and exist solely for our escapist fascinations. Therefore, it's okay to say and think and write absolutely anything about them. They're not really real. They're celebrities. Which reminds me, thanks for nothing, J-Lo and Mark Anthony. A divorce? I feel like a Latin bombshell has exploded in my mind. After years of emotional investment to do me like this. How dare you? I mean, who could forget the way Jennifer went through an entire season of American Idol without ever really saying anything? And the way Mark Anthony helped the kids figure out how to sing with an earpiece monitor? Pure celebrity gold. But now the Latin soundtrack in my heart has been muted, and there's no repair shop in sight. Tying up some loose ends from last week, I got 0 emails about last call, so I can only assume that long national nightmare is just about over. However, I did get an email about Top Gear. Someone watched it on the History Channel and said that it was dreadful. And you're right, that is dreadful. That's the American version, which is really watered down and really ugly. Can't watch that. It's bad. You got to watch the one on BBC America, the original. And I do have a Fisher Cat story this week. A man who's technically my nephew, yet more like an uncle, maybe one day a big brother. Mark, he saw a Fisher Cat in broad daylight sprint out to the lawn and grab himself a live bunny, then take the bunny into the tree and eat the bunny. And if you've ever heard a bunny cry or a bunny in pain, they sound just like little babies. But the Fisher cat didn't care because they're evil incarnate. This week's music pick is the London Souls, their brand new record. If Sublime was a 70s stoner rock band, they would sound like the London Souls. If that sounds good to you, go check it out. Some closing thoughts with Jonathan Papelbon. How come on every beach in the world there's always one old guy in a Speedo? ESPN viewers, do you agree that Aaron Andrews is more pleasant on the eyes and a better broadcaster, but somehow Michelle Beadle is sexier and more interesting to watch on TV? Maybe it's a Lady Gaga thing. Is it odd hearing that the nation will never elect a Mormon president? Why is it so much more upsetting when a presumed guilty person gets off rather than when an innocent person gets railroaded into a conviction? How the hell is it that Chaz Bono has better facial hair than me and has only been a man for like a year and a half? But does Chaz Bono have a degree from the Edward R. Murrow College of Communication at Washington State University? It just came in the mail yesterday and it's awesome. Until next time, mecca like a honey ho. And don't forget who's got your back, Bobby Noname, aka Coconut Milk.